whatever. Let's just declare the war. It might be a long time till we actually get it sorted, but for now at least... I hope we can actually win on the seas, right? They have naval tech 17, which means that they have galleons and almost war galleons. But we'll do what we can. See, the thing about this campaign is I've been having a blast down in Africa, but I feel like we've almost lost sight of what we're here to do, and that is to string up the Belgians by their entrails for everything they've ever done. This war will definitely drag on, but at least we started the war. The Danes, the Venetians, the Augsburgs, they're all getting involved, and I appreciate that. Ooh, I appreciate that general as well. One thing is, we might look weak to other Europeans now that we're at war with a European. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Also, kiss goodbye to getting any alliances during this time. Do the Danes have a worthwhile navy? They got a bigger heavy fleet than the Dutch. They might have trouble getting down here, but we can't be sure about that. Let's have our emergency navy out, and let's unmothball you just in case. I mean, it's not like money is an issue for us right now. For some it kind of is. Wish I could build more regimental camps out there. They should always be built on gold provinces. So I'll build a few of those. But they are expensive, and you know, I don't have a lot of money, so I don't want to waste it. How out of date are your ships? They're all caddocks, except for this one galleon that we acquired at sea. So mostly out of date, but at least they're not early caddocks. It's a big risk if Spain or Portugal or Great Britain declare war on us. Spain's fleet mopped the floor with us, and I think the British would as well if they dedicated their heavies to attacking us. Portugal hate us. I mean, they all hate us. What are we going to do about that? Not a lot. The Ottomans are getting stomped into jelly by Poland, Transylvania, and Austria, which is all the better to have Bahmanes as our ally. They went friendly with us after we declared that war. Oh, dang, oh dang, oh dang. Didn't you want to integrate Mali? Yeah, I did, and I completely forgot. Instead declared this war. Like I said, we were losing our way, right? Oh, integrate Mali, change these religions. No, we're here to slaughter the Belgians. I mean, we could aggressively go up there, but even if we land and take things over, if we don't have this, we don't have much. Let's grab that, keep that tech up. What would be nice is if the Dutch sent their ships in piecemeal, and then we took them out somewhat piecemeal. Can't help but feel I should turn off the moving animations, because when it does this, I lose sight of where their ship is and what they're doing. I have to follow this. But they're heading into the Bay of Arguing. Are they going to come further down? They're certainly locked in, so I could try my hand at coming in and beasting them. They see me, they want to run. Unfortunately for them, I have a man named Barban Falk, who knows a thing or two about bringing transports into Big Bay. Ah, you scumbags. Netherlands are out there on the 11th. We're in there on the... when exactly? The 11th. Give chase, see if we can't take them down before they get out of here. Oh, he got delayed? Yeah, maybe not. Looked like he did. Might not have even been him. Get some new cavalry on the go, and... you know, I should maybe consider my own religious unity here. We do have problems. The likes of Kaffa, for example. The gold provinces here are already done, but Kaffa, it's not even in a full-on area, and the gold isn't the be-all and end-all anymore. I think I'll slam you down. Okay, we beat them just by a day. Barb and Falk has great maneuver, and they have a pretty awful admiral, all things considered. But the difference is that they have up-to-date ships, so even if it's just two heavies, let's not get cocky. Okay, let's get cocky. We slaughtered them, absolutely mopped the floor with them. Why are the Dutch so bad at everything they've ever aspired to be? I don't know, but at least they're not Belgian. Let's get you back down to arguing. What does the Miltech imbalance with Europe look at this point? It's fine. We're on Tech 17, and they are on anything from 15 to 17. So we've kept up in Miltech. Well, we have eventually caught up in Miltech. I wouldn't say we've kept up. Now, I'm not intending on blitzing and winning this war, right? This is going to be a longer one. Oh, well, that is nice. Down goes our war exhaustion passively now. How about those particularists? They're still getting in my case, aren't they? Yeah, it's all wah wah, no CB, wah wah, everything else, but that's barely going to be any of them. Apparently I can't harsh treat them because it needs a ridiculous amount. It's the thing about particularists. Okay, we got them. It's really only in Cape Verde. So we'll just go over and kill them. That's no big deal to me. Hell, it's fine by me. Harsh treatment for absolutism. This isn't an absolutism campaign. Absolutism is great no matter what, but I won't be pursuing it. We did a pretty good move on absolutism in Montenegro, if I remember well. I don't always, but maybe I remember it. But guys, get on the boat. BFOB. Now we're talking. So, trouble is, I really want Denmark out of this war. I kind of want Venice, and I couldn't give two hoots about Augsburg. Denmark won't want out of this war anytime soon. I kind of have to wait them out until they get tired of length of war, which is why it makes no sense for me to go in all guns blazing. Except if I wanted to take advantage of the Netherlands' tiny army. But the thing is that the Danes could quite easily just walk down with their many units and give us a hard time, and since our units are pretty crap, and they have quality and economic, which probably means they're running weapon quality standards, yep. Means the Danes would fry us. Fry us harder than they fried the Swedes and the Finns. So we're just going to hold off for now. There's little reason for us. Yeah, we're essentially going to wait 5 years before going storming on in, which makes me feel like a fool for not having started the integration of Mali, and an even bigger fool for being friendly with Bahmanes when Bahmanes isn't actually able to ally us because we're at war. It's a shame, but sometimes things just go that way. It would be even funny if the Ottomans were also friendly. Let's improve relations just to see if they do turn friendly. And Mali, we should make sure they like us as well. Hello, here come the Venetians. On their way down to the Cape Verde approach, are they? Well, let's see if we can't give them a nice surprise. We could fight them just fine on open seas here. Nice. That extra engagement width really helps. Deploys 3 extra heavies on our side compared to theirs. Not that they have heavies. So what do you think now, Ottomans? Nah, he's not so friendly. My paramount priest, Strong High, is fighting Oyo. And as long as Strong High isn't turning their attention to me, it's all good. Got ourselves some of these. I'm just going to throw them away. I don't need extra transports this time, and I'm already way above force limit. But the money situation doesn't seem to mind. Being afraid of Danes, something has gone deeply wrong. What do you want me to say? There is an opportunity to go and force Venice out. How much of an army does Venice have? 28, 32, 42, 50 something. Maybe aye, maybe no. Depends how much they're defending Venice right now. Yeah, geez, Austria gives access to everybody and their dog right now. Does it or does it not include Venice? I didn't see Venice. I still didn't see Venice. It might be easier to look at it from Venice's point of view. Yeah, they have access through Austria. I thought about just going in here, bum rushing their capital and forcing them out that way. Is it worth selling outdated ships to vassals and allies? Nah, I just upgrade them. Not that I'd ever upgrade transport ships, there is almost no point in doing so. But when we get Diptech 15, I will be upgrading all of my galleons, despite the risk that poses in the war, because we'll have to wait a wee while to actually have them functional. Do I have any shipyards around here, though? It'd be good. Oh, you have a shipyard. I don't actually know if it's more effective to use a subject shipyard or your own regular one, because I think you repair a little slower in subject provinces. This is the part that just feels like Xenonauts running around intercepting hostile ships trying to land on your continent. Well, I'm the one trying to land on them, but we haven't gotten that far yet. Also, during this war, well, if it goes on for that long, we'll be smashing into Alodia, who made a very unfortunate ally for me. They allied Caragwe. Could I force you to break that alliance with Alodia? I could not. Despite you being in debt. I can't force that either. France is going to engage in some other war elsewhere. That's useful for us. The Spanish are not otherwise engaged. Neither are the Portuguese or the British, so that's not good for us. But what we're gonna do? Discovered by Portugal, but we'll keep at it. Spying on Portugal seems to be a time honored tradition for our people. Habsburg king in Britain. It would be a problem if Austria got the PU over GB, because I need to pluck away at Austria's land quite a bit. By the way, taking this land, oh, I can't see now, but I'm wondering how much of a coalition that would bring on. I would win the coalition, I'm confident in that, but it would slow down diplomacy most likely, and we will take that land. Well, how much did the no CB get? Oh dear. How's our better relations over time looking? There we go. Gets us a level 3 diplomatic advisor as well, which is all the better. It's actually tempting to promote them even further, but the cost is outrageously high. Didn't you get beat by a coalition of Mamluks and Africans inside Living Memory? Living Memory? I don't know about that. Besides, who really won there? Mamluks are a dead state. We are richer than we've ever been. Songhai just claims our land. They're allied with Mamluks. And they're having a hard time with Yeo. Dead state. Completely dead state. Imerina starts off landlocked. No, yes. I hear the Hungarians have some experience in landlocked sea combat. Especially the admiral level of naval experience. You've lost me. Many have, though. It's going to be hard to get war score in this war without ticking war score. That's why I was hoping that the Dutch had a colony. But since we had the opportunity to fight them without Austrian interference, it was too good an opportunity to pass up, especially since the next tech will give us what we need to actually take their land. And we're not that far away from it. Apparently we'll have it in April next year. Hello, Venice! What are you up to? Running away, are we? Right, they should be locked in before we're locked in. Oh, or not. I underestimated... No, I vastly overestimated how good their fleet is. Away you go, and get back. Naval and maritime match made in heaven. Any plans for shenanigans to move capital to Europe? No, there's no shenanigans going to be going on here. I'm here to enslave Belgians. Well, I don't think there's anything hidden beneath this. Oh, well, no, there is. There's a special something for when we get to Belgium. A very special something. Could happen at the conclusion of this war, in fact. Yeah, this is indeed an Africa for the Africans run. Swell. Absolutely swell. Finally getting something resembling tech. Universities as well. Universities are very important for the next institution, which is only 33 years away, which means we're going to have one in all the most developed provinces we have. That's there, that's there. I'm not giving it to my subject, heavens no, I'm not that nice. These two are pretty well developed, but they're inside this area, so yeah. Give it to you, give it to you. I'd give it to lands that I plan on developing, except we are long past caring about development. Give one to our old capital as well, seems fair. Did we take anything around here that's really good? Soyo is pretty good. Nah, that land is ass and chips. Tell you what, I still hold Mogadishu close to my heart, so we'll build there as well. Zanzibar, the island. There's, oh man, I developed this one further than I thought. It should definitely have a training field. Trade station for extra slaves as well. Oh, that's right, we got to trade station. Which means all those ivory provinces should absolutely have these. It's so powerful. Even the ones that don't give a whole lot. Actually, did I build any around here? Because it's less good to build them up over here. Like, where is even Zumbo? Sounds like a made-up place, doesn't it? Not really where I want you to be, but just barely good enough, I think. Don't know about that. No, I really don't know about that, even though I'm building a bunch over there. Senna, certainly Cape Coast. Certainly not Benin. Anywhere else for ivory? Forget building them here. No way, no way, no way. Land is not good enough, and it doesn't feed into me enough. I mean, I take a good chunk of it out. Oh, well, actually, you're pretty good. Hell, you're pretty good. Yeah, some of these are a whole lot better than I thought. Man, that money is going to be pretty good. Since we have access to it, well, once the building is done, I want to build up the thing that gives me even more manpower. Right, this is kind of good. Very much Africa for the Africans. We get to take what we want here in terms of naval battles. And once Denmark and other friends are choked out... Wait, what? No! The merchants that once came to our ports to procure coffee now have other options, and while Al Mukha remains an important port in its own right, it is no longer the main entrepot for coffee beans in the world. Let us hope that Carabas merchants choke on their vile concoctions. That's really good, because it's paying note to who's getting access to more coffee there. Carabas. Ah, here it is. Dissemination of the coffee plant. Damn them. I mean, that's not to say Mocha isn't a great province still, but it no longer has extra goods produced to coffee. Did you play 130? I played loads of 130, but it has evolved and is continuing to evolve. So I wouldn't say I have the best up-to-date knowledge on it. For that, I would always recommend hitting up the Groog. Groogy knows. Esprit de corps. Yeah, as if game, we don't know what professionalism is. There's an achievement for protecting the secret, where you prevent somebody doing that. I think you have to do it as Yemen as well, so you have to lock down areas that produce coffee. Sadly, I think the way the triggers work, you could just beat everybody and take the coffee away before then. Maybe the achievement should have checked for... My brain got split into two thoughts. Maybe the achievement should have checked for the effect being there. However, Muscovy rented out units. I wonder if Muscovy can't march their way down here. It's only through 1, 2, 3 countries. And you're already giving access to the likes of Denmark. Losing Ming as a rival. Well, that's good news for me, honestly. Plans to take all of Africa? No, just what we need. Ottomans white peaced Austria. So, Austria might be a bit more keen on defending the Netherlands. I doubt it, since they seem to hate each other for unknown reasons. Neighbouring heretic, refused to join our war, wants all their provinces. Okay, that I imagine will do it. There's a lot of Habsburg cores there. Okay, massive war and it just ends in white peace. Where have I seen that before? Portugal. What are they up to with their disgusting pirates? Truce with Great Britain over is a concern, because they may well declare war. And my 20 out-of-date heavies aren't particularly great for this. I really need to upgrade them to the latest galleons. I'm going to do half and half, I think, just so I'm not left completely open. 10 of my galleons should be able to manage. Hey, Merchant Guilds, you couldn't help me along here, could you? Almost, but it comes a little too late. Check the deadline is 1700, and if you can't take over the coffee trade in 1699, it works. Not as protection-y in its goals. Aye, it doesn't quite work the way you'd expect. Alright, let's grab that. Let's finally get ourselves up to date. First, this bunch. Costs a lot of money. What is lots of money, anyway? Well, actually, we're making a bit less money than we used to. Trade income is down considerably. What's going on? Who's stealing all my money? I actually don't know, but trade collapse isn't helping. I imagine it was kicking out my advisor that gave me a whole lot of that. And I did invest a lot of money into... Oh, right, we can check. 12, 23, so we're getting 11% here. Now let's go over to Gaboo and see what we get in terms of repairs. Needs to be more than 11, so if this goes up to above 34, it's better to repair in Gaboo. It's ever so slightly better in Gaboo. Reason for spy network on Portugal? Tech. Ottomans gunning down Mamluks. Ah, that's a beauty. And what's super beautiful is that I already got all the land that I need in terms of slaves here. I'd like more of this land, but given the domination that I have in Aden, it's not of particular necessity for me to take more here. Africa for the Africans. Oh yeah, Ottomans, you go wherever you need to go. Portugal catches me, as they often do. Did the coffee sell for that much? It is also possible that the decline of coffee is making me considerably less money. A lot of this fed into Aden. But it was only part of the trade. Man, I really like the trade in this game. I like it a lot. Well, I like trade in most games that have trade. I am not losing that army tradition. Navy tradition is not a problem right now. Aren't you missing a slave province in Hunj? Now, there's a few slave provinces in here, but I don't think I'm going to be conquering them all. There's little incentive for me to do so. Then again, it's also not a lot of work to do so either. I'll be able to grab this easily with Hunj's cores, and it's not like I have to penetrate deep into Africa to get these. Then that leaves me with this in Tunis, and this in Azov, assuming the Ottomans don't go for whatchamacallits, where they wimpishly believe in no longer having slaves. The Emancipation Proclamation, is it not? Aden. Part of the problem is that you are a territory. It's one of many problems, honestly. A Sosa, though, is, you know, for whatever reason, actually made this into a full state. Wonders never cease. Alright, I'm just about good to upgrade these. Gotta be careful to actually have some kind of fighting, otherwise the war can be forced into ending in white peace. Great, now get over to Gabu for advanced repair strategies. And Denmark are a long way away from wanting peace, no doubt. Well, we've chipped away 25 of it. There is a temptation to go and actually land in these areas, but that leaves me open to other attacks down here. Oh man, Fulani separatists once again. Timbuktu just have a perennial problem with rebels down here. Get it together, man. Oh? Oh ho! Slag off the Dane, and on comes the Dane. With a staggering 4,000 units. I'm not sure if we're ready for this. Take them down if you can. Alright, prepare for some natal depression there, Denmark. Oh no, they've gone into Safala. I don't have a pun for that. Danish tourist. There's no such thing. Off you go. Have you ever seen a Danish tourist? I know I haven't. Great, our galleons are about ready to rock and roll. Wow, Spain cleared that one up fast. This is the Timbuktu solution. They just have the rebels fight each other. But super bad news. The Portuguese and the Spanish and the British, they all have ended their truces with me. They could come and get me. Oh, hey, Funge, thanks. Taking care of my problems for me. Neither of these are protected by forts, are they? So you go there and you go there. I'm sure you'll both be fine. Failed rains. You can't quite make it in time, which is why I decide that yes, you can make it in time. Please do. Barely, but you make it, and that's all that matters. 11 days, yeah, you'll be there in 10, so you're good. Can't take my eyes off this for too long. Oh wow, Songhai got beaten back massively, and Britain's going to the New World rather than my world, which is nice. Shanti exists in New. Wow. This is great if I wanted to take this place over. Songhai was the big strong one, and they picked a fight they could not win. Oh, the Danish are back on another holiday. Unfortunately for them, we've just gotten our fleet repaired up. Wonderful. Just wonderful. And the ass, ass, ass song as well. Needs to be Age of Revolutions to abolish slavery. Really? I'm not convinced we're actually going to get that far. This is not a hyper blob campaign. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that. Nice, they're feeding me little bits of war score, and I'm feeding Danes to the sharks. I don't know if there are any sharks in the Bay of Arguin, but if there are, they're all stuffed full of Dane right now. Of course, that's nowhere near enough to force them out of the war. But it's a good way to keep the war going on a little longer. Because after a few, I can't remember if it's 3 or 5 years without any kind of battle or blockade or occupation, as in change of occupation, there's an automatic white peace. I'm a proud Dane, says Daniel. What is there to be proud of in Denmark? You had it all, then you lost it all. Yeah, starting the integration of Mali before this war would have been a clever one, because we're going to be in here for a while. Alodia, however, it's only 3.5 years before I start pouncing on them once more. Lobhemia allying with Augsburg. Yeah, I forget Augsburg's in this war. I don't think they're going to be the heavy hitter in all of this, but I've underestimated free cities before, and they came and packed a wallop. Augsburg themselves are bringing in 6, 9, 15,000, which I'd really rather not deal with. I think I will have to put a bit of pressure onto the Danes to get them out of this war, but there's no point applying that pressure whilst they still have length of war malice. Soon length of war will become, I think, positive 10 or so for me. Then we go on in. Hey Jake, I completed my first world conquest of the Ottomans. Should I feel dirty? No, not at all. World conquest is a major feat, however you cut it, so congratulations.